Take a walk with me. Stretch out this time and savor the moment. It's time for a red mage, blue mage extra turn, baby. Oh yeah.
Welcome to Red Mage, Blue Mage, early morning edition. We were husky.
AM edition. Grab your coffee. Amber's got her coffee.
I do.
I don't drink coffee, so...
Because you're a loser!
I'm just bleary-eyed and tired instead.
No, I think it's okay to not drink coffee. I think coffee is definitely...
The devil's juice. It's
an acquired taste. Like, it's one of the weird things where I think that, like, so many people do drink coffee, but man, it is...
Nasty.
It can be. Like, right now I didn't add enough creamer to this, so it's pretty acidic and bitter.
Yeah.
And it's like... I don't like beer, and I don't make... people make fun of me, but that's fine.
I think that's ridiculous. Actually, so let's just start off with a tangent. Cosmonaut Marcus, I think yesterday or the day before, put out a poll. It's like, which do you prefer, wine, beer, or liquor? And then in the comments, he was like, imagine being out of high school and still saying beer is icky. And it's like, that's me. I don't like beer.
Me either. It like strips my tongue of all of its skin. Like, I don't get it. It's so...
It's just acrid and...
It depends. Anything that's super hoppy, I don't like. Like, if it's a pale ale, no thank you. If the darker you go, usually the better. And some Guinnesses I can drink, but like a sippy cup, like a baby portion, like a little juice, like a little juice box of Guinness. that I can handle. But like anything else, no. I'm a wine. Talk about juice boxes. That's the stuff.
You like wine that's basically like a Capri Sun, but
it's like
alcoholic.
It's like Welch's grape juice, but for adults.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want juice that can make me drunk. So yes,
that was the original title for wine. It got
what,
left on
adult grape juice.
No, it's just fruit juice that can get me drunk.
Oh, that's I'm glad they went back to marketing. That was the working title, and it was
exactly.
called JTKGD.
You spelled can with a K.
Did I?
Yeah.
It's in the morning. I've not finished my coffee.
Okay, yeah. Let's get back on track here somewhat. Not that we've been on track so far. Red Mage,
Whatever.
Blue Mage time.
Amber, Red Mage.
Kenny, Blue Mage. Go.
What are we talking about today?
We are talking about all the news because there is a million news. And so that's the segment. That's the entire show. It's just going to be talking about news.
Okay, well, I don't pay attention to anything, so you're going to have to be my news bulletin
That's fine.
report.
Dateline, Dominaria, 4823. This is your multiverse breaking news.
I mean, okay, let's see. Let's do the news through what I know.
Okay.
One, Zendikar
Yeah.
returned to the third time Zendikar.
Yep.
New mechanic called Party, Dungeons and Dragons set. Jumpstart is no longer on the Gathering Arena. I don't know why I said Magic the Gathering Arena. I could just say Arena. The end. That's all I got. Two goblins so far in Zendikar with spoilers.
I think there's more now. But yeah.
Damn it, I can't keep up. This news is too fast.
I know, it really is. Yeah, so, oh my god, there's so much news. So, we have, our little show notes document, and we had, no, that's fine. I'm making a point about how fast stuff comes out from Magic these days. Because we were scheduled to do this show earlier this week. Yeah.
Tuesday. Like, we're recording on a Friday morning because life.
Yeah, stuff came up. So we were going to record earlier this week, and I had, here's the news that we're going to talk about because all this news is coming out. And one of them was Commander 2020 spoilers.
Oh, yep.
And now that's like irrelevant. because
old news.
We're past, like, in the same week. We're past that. It's Zendikar Rising spoilers time.
I don't know. Like, again, we all know. All of you should know by now that I don't know things. And I was at Target yesterday doing some necessary shopping. Needed things.
Wow. Juice.
I needed juice, and I needed dish soap, and I needed what did I get? It's important to me. Anyway, always part of the stop of necessary shopping is the stop by the cards section to see like if things what's out. And I saw a Core 2021 thing, and I was like, wait, it's still 2020. Ooh, record scratch. How do things happen? Like, why is there Core 2021? It's not even 2020. I don't get it.
That has existed since M10, Magic 2010.
Does it just come out the third quarter of the year prior? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, they explained it when they switched to calling it M10 instead of 9th edition, 10th edition, blah blah blah. And they're like, we're doing this for the same reason that when a new car comes out, they call it, if it's 2020, they call it the 2021 Chevy Cobalt or whatever.
Right.
Because for the whole next year, they don't want you to think, oh, this is old news. Same deal, of course.
Well, guess what? They fucked up because everything is old news because they keep making news.
Yeah, it's very true. Literally cannot keep up with this, which is, I guess it's like, like Wizards has been in such hot water recently, like it's just controversy after controversy. So maybe their idea is like, if we just like rapid fire news and announcements at them, they won't be able to keep up.
I just it's so aggressive. Like, I was thinking about it the other day where it's like, they talk about planned obsolescence and things and all that crap. And there is there is truth to that, but also just like technology and new things come out, it makes sense that you get newer, better products as time goes, because that's how time works. And I was thinking about it for an app. What?
That's how time works.
It's how time works. Do you think we still got computers that are like the size of a fucking room?
Computers?
No. Anyway, what I was thinking about was that I want an Apple Watch. I've talked about an Apple Watch for years, but their release schedule is like every 3 to 4 years, which makes sense because it's like, I personally, with my iPhone that I have right now, would like to use it for at least 4 to 5 years before I should replace it. And yeah, if something comes out in 2 years, that's fine. I might not need it, but I can keep going for another 2 after that, unless I lose it on a roller coaster or something. So, true story. And so yeah, I don't know. With Magic the Gathering, it's really hard for me. Let's just say this. As a casual player, it's really hard for me to get sucked into it hard. I can't give a lot of my attention because I feel like I'm never ever going to be, I don't have the time to stay dedicated to the news, to all that's coming out. And that's just me. Like, I'm sure the people who like are into it hardcore and that is their main hobby, then I'm happy for you. This is probably exciting. But for me, it's like, how do I even approach this hobby?
So I know that some people might like this release schedule, but just me, osmosis, reading the community, and like especially like the people I follow who like their job is Magic content, and like they got into this because they're so passionate about it. Like I'm thinking about like Pleasant Kenobi, the professor, like limited resources. They're kind of exhausted by the release schedule too.
It's like, it's burnout. I mean, it's too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like at some point you're like,
it's candy for breakfast.
I need to take a break. And I, at my little lizard brain, can only handle so much information and content at once before I go into, I need to go do something else. I need to go look at something else. Yeah. That's why I don't play I've come to the conclusion, we've talked about before, I cannot play Magic competitively for various reasons. One being, I'm not inherently a competitive person against other people.
Right.
And 2, I have focus problems and can't sit and play Magic for hours. I can probably play Magic for a couple hours, but not like this is my job. And
Right.
to be competitive in Magic, you literally have to treat it like a job.
Right. Well, I mean, I remember back in the day with the old release schedule, Seth was my spoiler season buddy, and spoilers would pop up, and we'd both get so excited, and we'd be sending each other images of new cards coming out and speculate on stuff, and we still do that, but not nearly as much anymore. And that could be for a lot of reasons, but I really think it's just there's so much
Yeah.
it has the opposite effect where now it's I'm just not as excited when
Right.
stuff gets spoiled because there's always something being spoiled.
Yeah, and for me, it's I'm such a specific. It's are there goblins?
Right.
Can I put this in a commander deck? Can I make a fun commander deck? And
Sure.
that's kind of where I'm at, where it's just show me all your goblins, wizards of the coast, and I'm done.
Right.
Except I am kind of excited about the D&D set because we talked about it, where it would be nice and fun to have a D&D set. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's finally get into talking about the spoilers. So, Zendikar Rising, we're full swing. There's tons of cards that are already spoiled for Zendikar. The idea of this set is, hey, remember original Zendikar and all the cool stuff you loved about it, like landfall and exploration and a dangerous world with magnificent treasures and going on an adventure with, a team that you assemble. Remember how we fucked all that up with the Eldrazi for 3 sets in a row? Well, we're going back to the OG. It's Dungeons and Dragons world, essentially.
yeah,
And as you alluded to earlier, down to the idea of party as a mechanic, which is a mechanic that cares about you having creatures with the type wizard, warrior, cleric, and rogue. So assembling a kind of a classic D&D party.
well, there's a goblin rogue, so
Yeah, there is.
there's
Relic
that.
Robber, are you looking at that?
Oh, it was, but I can go back and look at it.
So this is 2 and a red for a Goblin and Rogue 2/2 haste. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player gets an 0/1 colorless Goblin Construct artifact creature token with this creature can't block, and at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you.
Nice. I want it.
And I love the flavor text. Here, you take
You
it.
take it, yeah. Hot potato. It's yours now. I made it. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking through this. Honestly, I'm looking at the card art for Soul Shatter right now. I really like the borderless card art
Yeah.
a lot. This would be my preferred style. That looks really cool. It doesn't look like it's Magic the Gathering. You can tell it is, but at the same
Sure.
time, it doesn't look like their standard stuff. So even the Coral Helm Chronicler, I love that look.
Yeah.
There's it doesn't have the border of the color background on it, and it's just
Right.
it goes into full bleed art with a fade out. Oh, it's so good. I love it.
It is. I've never seen, I mean, we're still in pandemic mode, so I've never seen any of these alternate card frames in person. So I wonder how it would look on a paper card.
Yeah, look at the Nighthawk Scavenger. That's cool too. The borderless one. Dang.
Yeah. That's just cool art too.
Yeah,
so-
that land.
Nighthawk
new-
Scavenger, 1 black for a 1+*3 flying Death Touch lifelinker. And its power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. So it's
Jeez.
potentially an upgraded Vampire Nighthawk, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think I wish, I don't know. Ooh, I could make a party of goblins if there's a goblin warrior. Is there a goblin wizard?
There's definitely Goblin Wizards.
That then I will make a goblin party deck. Because that's all I want in life. Just a goblin party.
Okay, lots of Goblin Warriors. I think the tough one is going to be Goblin Cleric.
Oh, yeah. I better be.
Nope.
Damn it.
You
Then
could
I have to have one cleric who's they hired it and they've got them chained up and we're pulling it behind them.
You could also have Changelings.
Yeah, true. Is there a changeling cleric, or is that just they're just cleric?
They're just clerics.
That doesn't make fucking sense.
We always have this discussion when we talk about Changelings. Yeah, they have
make
like
sense.
Yeah, they're changelings, so they also have every job.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, I'm a changeling, so I'm also a rogue and a cleric.
Oh, have you seen the art for Lotus Cobra? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, that noise is bad.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not talking.
The borderless Lotus Cobra art is fantastic.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
Even
insane.
the ruin crab is like beautiful. The borderless art.
I gotta see this crab.
I'm looking at Skyfall right now, looking at the spoiler list. The elementals are
Dang.
beautiful.
Yeah, I really
This
like
is
this.
this is how Wizards will get me
Was with art.
with art. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I will say I don't know how big of a fan I am of they've taken some like classic Zendikar cards. It just feels like blatant power creep. They've taken some classic Zendikar cards and just made better versions of them. So like Ruin Crab is a riff off of Hedron Crab from original Zendikar. So Hedron Crab, the original, was blue for an 0/2 crab, had landfall. When you play a land, you have target player put the top 3 cards, mill the top 3 cards. Ruin Crab is 1 blue for an 0/3, so it's got more toughness, has landfall. When you play a land, each opponent mills 3 cards. So it's just a better Hedron Crab, basically. Unless you're interested in self-mill, I suppose.
Gotcha. I should say, like, kind of for podcast reasons, why I'm drawn to these these alternate arts, and it's because they're using a very saturated color scheme. Like for the Lotus Cobra, it is complements of blue and yellow. Mostly yellow is dominating, but the blue is deeply saturated, and there's a little bit of purple and pink and red, so it's kind of getting into my color terms, tetrad / what's the 4-1, I don't remember, but it's really pretty, painterly quality, and Ruin Crab is also another can't remember what the fuck these I need to go back to color school.
Well, I'd say like just
but it's saturated. It's like a really pretty like rich color, like,
yeah,
but vibrant.
I would say
saturation.
It's got kind of a stained glass quality to it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Very
they're
cool.
beautiful.
The other big mechanic, in my opinion, that is coming out is modal flip cards. So cards that have printing on the front and back, but every time we've seen that before, they could flip. You know, they transform from one to the other. With these cards, you choose one side or the other as you play it. So, for example, the one that people are most excited about are probably the most boring ones to talk about, which are the lands. So,
yeah.
Let me pull up an example here. There's 6 of these lands, I believe. So this one is called Bright Climb Pathway. It's a land, enters the battlefield untapped, and it taps for white. On the back is Grim Climb Pathway, a land untapped that taps for black. So it's just a straight up, you play it, it comes in either as a plains or a swamp. It doesn't have the land type, but it comes in untapped, and you get to choose which side it is as you play it.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't come in tapped, and if it's the mana you need, you can just choose which one you need. So this is gonna have to be in a sleeved card then.
Yes. Yep. That's how all the transforms go. Which is why we talked about this ages ago. I wish they would just go for it and have the new card back, the black card back that they redesigned. Just go ahead and print. Everybody plays with sleeves anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Especially when you're printing cards like this where you have to play with sleeves.
Right, you might as well. Okay, cool. All right, that's Zendikar.
That's Zendikar. Okay. We'll touch on the other news kind of briefly here. The other news is basically they laid out what 2021 is going to look like.
Yeah,
what's
they
gonna
are
get released.
their roadmap, as it were.
Yes, indeed. So, beginning of the year, we're going to go to a new plane, finally.
Finally, Jesus Christ.
We're going to Kaldheim.
Is this Norse mythology?
Yes. Just from the name. See, that's good naming right there.
That is good naming.
Yeah, so this is going to be a Viking set.
Okay, cool.
Which I think is going to be pretty fun. Then we're going to get, just like they did recently on Arena, they did Amonkhet Remastered.
Okay.
Where they took Amonkhet, both blocks, and kind of trimmed some of the fat, added some cards in there, and put it on Arena. We're going to get Time Spiral Remastered, which Time Spiral is one of my favorite blocks of all time. So I think that's going to be super fun. I'm going to have to get in on that, do some Time Spiral drafting. I think that would be amazing. Then we're going to get another brand new, never been here before set, Strixhaven, School of Mages.
Just a bunch of owls.
Yeah. And I think it's like...
Is it going to be Harry Potter?
Yes, and I think it's so unfortunate.
Yeah, like Harry Potter was a really bad taste. Like, especially like as the Magic the Gathering community is opening up and becoming more diverse and inclusive, it's like, wow, you're really gonna do that to your trans players.
Yeah, I have two thoughts about this. So one, I think this is revealing what we already know, which is that they make these sets like 2 years in advance.
I think here's the thing: it's not an uncommon
trope.
Like
magic
there were magic schools before Harry Potter.
Yeah, there were.
It's just unfortunate that it's such a dominant cultural thing, and it's tied to a creator, the creator who is toxic, and also, I'm just gonna say it, just completely moronic. About things. Like basically, I just keep thinking about the wizard pooping in the middle of a room.
Yeah.
Like there's other things to be mad about, but like that to me is like the poo cherry on top of everything.
I feel like she has like George Lucas syndrome, where it's it's like you lucked into this.
Yeah, you really did. Like, I'm not saying that she's not obviously had a good write, and the fact that you can complete 7 books and do all this stuff is a testament of like your work and everything. Like, you did it, but but still. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, if Wizards does this right, they can strip it down to just wizards who are in school.
Yeah, that was the other thought I was going to have about it, where it's like you were saying, like, this is kind of unfortunate, like, because they're trying to be more diverse and stuff. I think it's actually kind of a cool thing because people like Harry Potter, the property. It'd be nice to have that without all of the baggage attached to it.
Well, and that's where they should be very, very careful on what they put in there to not invoke actual true Harry Potter things. And it's an opportunity for them to make it a more truly not retconned, diverse, inclusive setting and storyline. So, yeah, don't tell me you release a wizard card and then like 10 years later, like, oh yeah, that wizard was totally black.
Yeah.
I never said she wasn't black.
It's like, Wizards, we can see the card art. Don't try that with me.
Don't try. Don't. Like, you literally said that she had this complexion in your book, so.
Her creamy skin.
Her creamy, pale, white skin. I never said she wasn't black. Well, yeah, you didn't say she is not black, and that's true. But context. Anyway, continue.
So that's Strixhaven. And then after that, we have Zendikar, which is like a D&D kind of setting. In Q3 of 2021, we're getting Dungeons & Dragons: Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Okay. So just a straight-up proprietary D&D in Magic.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast.
I don't know how it's taken them this long to do this, in all honesty. Like,
who fucking knows?
I feel like it's pretty much a free roll. Like, you can do this, and like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me that it's taken this long.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that. Maybe the reason it hasn't happened is just that like Magic already plays on those tropes, so it seems maybe just like there's too much overlap. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Then we're gonna get Modern Horizons 2.
Okay. Which
Modern Horizons 1 was cool and also introduced cards that they had to ban out of Modern, even though it was designed for Modern, which is funny.
Love it.
And then in Q4, this part I don't understand. We're getting an Innistrad, but they have it set up as Innistrad werewolves and Innistrad vampires. I don't know what that means. Is it two different sets? Are they themed around these two different creature types? I don't really get it.
Okay. I'm not hearing a goblin set, so...
Which of these has the best chance to be a goblin set? Probably the D&D
D&D.
set. Yeah. I think that's your best chance at goblins. Good old-fashioned goblins.
Yeah. We'll see.
They really need to get on the goblin hype train. People love goblins.
Right. Yeah. Jeez. Come on. Goblins. More. More of them. More.
So, any other news to discuss?
No.
That's it. They snuck in as well a ban announcement a little bit ago.
What was it? What was the card? Tell me it right now.
Field of the Dead was banned in Historic.
Okay, whatever. I don't care. Whatever.
The interesting thing about that was, so Field of the Dead was banned out of Standard a while ago, and when they introduced Amonkhet Remastered into Arena and into Historic, they brought in a card called Hour of Promise, which lets you search up lands and put them on the battlefield, which is a big, huge combo with Field of the Dead. And when they put that in, last week the week before they made their ban announcements, and everybody's like, hello, Field of the Dead? This is going to be completely broken. And then the next week, lo and behold, they ban it. It's like, oh my god.
Well,
it never ends.
I'm contented out, man.
Yeah, same. It's so, like, I'm excited. I still, like, look at these cards and I share them with my friends. I'm like, wow, look at this. But at the same time, it's like, I need a break.
It's like you're constantly running, and I just want to sit down and look at my cards and enjoy them and let the enjoyment sink in,
right.
You know?
It's like being on a roller coaster for an hour.
Oh, God, that sounds horrifying and
I
horrible.
know.
How many cell phones could you lose?
Countless,
infinite. I just keep... it falls out of my pocket, the roller coaster comes back around, I grab it in midair, I lose it again. It's just a constant, infinite loop. This is me and money with Magic.
Just falling out of my pockets.
Just falling out of my pockets. So this Magic roller coaster was just like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars flying out of my pockets. Anyway.
Good stuff.
Great. I love it. JK. I hate it.
All right. Well, that's a lot of news. What are overall thoughts about the coming year before we wrap up?
I think I'm the most excited about the D&D set. I probably will not engage with most things until it, unless there's specific singles I want to pull from sets to beef up stuff. I'm really hoping for more of their, what are those sets like I got with the goblins? They probably didn't announce anything, but they're like those limited run cards. And
Secret Layers.
So yeah, Secret Layers. I don't think they laid out anything about Secret Layers, but to me right now, like, again, I don't engage with the meta and I don't play competitively. So for me, I'm cherry picking here. And so Zendikar has some cool looking things. I like the idea of making parties. I like constructing things like that. They have like a theme and I can make a story around it. Yeah, so that's pretty much my thoughts. Like, I'm just looking for ways to beef up commanders and make silly decks, and I could potentially do it with partying and also with D&D. So that's how I feel about it. It just feels like that's so much stuff that it feels like it's more than 2021.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like it's going out to 2022 at least. It's especially because I work in a product development field where our time cycles are usually for product. They're pretty aggressive for what we do, but like it's 2 years usually, 2 to 3 years. And so for me, like, to hear all that in 1 year, and I know it's just paper and it's just game mechanic, but it's still a lot of work to do. But like, good lord, it just seems like a lot.
I guess if you're okay with banning cards every single set, you need to do less quality assurance.
I suppose. I guess there's less legal ramifications and safety hazards in card games.
Right.
Whereas in my fields, we can't do that.
Yeah. I'm excited for Zendikar. I'm excited to go back to the world, the core essence of what the world was. I hope going forward, Wizards learns a lesson, which is like, don't blow up every cool world that you make.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like with Ravnica, they've known that the whole time. It's like, this is our most popular place ever.
Yeah.
We can threaten it, but we're never going to destroy Ravnica. But it's like, Mirrodin, dead. Zendikar, dead. Amonkhet, dead. Like, we were there for one set and they blew up Amonkhet. It's like, god damn it, dudes.
Yeah.
So I hope that they're learning their lesson. I mean, even though like they're basically just retconning it, like Zendikar's back, hey. That's fine. Like, just keep these cool places. And then Time Spiral, I think, is going to be hype. Really excited about that. I don't know. Like, I'm excited for all this stuff. I just need time to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can wrap up there.
Sounds great.
All right, this has been Red Mage Blue Mage. If you want to get in touch with us, we're at RedBlueMTG on Twitter. We sometimes stream our recording on Tuesdays at 7 Eastern, twitch.tv/geekspective.
7 p.m. Eastern. We are not monsters that wake up at 7 a.m. Well, some of us
Today
do.
we are.
Well, yeah, that is true. But anyway.
If you want to follow me, I'm at Wolfmere on Twitter.
And I'm at Rocket Orca.
And until next time, I'll be representing Counterspell.
I want a 5-party Goblin Rogue. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what that ending was.